Hello, hello, and welcome back to another day of Catan. I am Shloopity, and we'll be playing some 1v1 games. Sitting at 1886, just about to tip over into the 1900s. Pretty excited for that, so let's get to it. Whew, okay. 5, 9, 10 exists. And what do we have as outs? 9 sits 3, gorgeous. 8-4-3 into the sheep, maybe. There's also 4-5-10 into the 3-1, but let's explore all of our options. All right, so sheep is like the hard thing to get, but ore is not exactly plentiful either. There's multiple roads here, even with like the sits 3-11 if we take this, so the plow never happens. I think I like this just a little more. Kind of low production to start, but I think it's a good position on the board. Straight into a powerful port. Takes up kind of like a nice little spot here that we might be able to like get something nearby and have a strong road game that intercepts the board. Because I feel like they might be a bit pushed around here. I suppose they could go like, I don't know, 4-9-3-5-6-11. That doesn't feel too great. Obviously 9-6-3 is the dream. But even if we get like 6-3-11 into the 4-6-11, that's pretty good too. Alright, so he's got a whole metric ton of wheat over here. And there's just not like a ton of good sheep or spots to pair that with. Right? Like the 12's not enough. Okay, so he takes the 9-6-3 away from me. Alright, so we're not like breaking up the board all that much. But we get this whole northern half to ourselves, which feels pretty good. And we build here onto here. The 3 of sheep is our weak point, but they're going to be without ore for a while. I mean, they have very strong road building, so they'll get onto this 4-3. But the 4-3 isn't all that powerful. They've got a lot of everything else, though, that they can probably just kind of port away. This is a really good expansion spot for them. Yeah, they're just a strong road game. But we won't really be hurting on that. And I think we get up the cities pretty fast. Yeah, let's go ahead and run this. Not the most amazing production. I could also just go 4-3 so that they don't have ore the entire game. But I don't know. Doubling up the sits and having the dual 11s so that we can actually like build roads. I like building roads, you know, I like being able to get places. Alright, here in not too long we'll actually have to worry about them being able to like build 4 roads up into there. So I think it's okay if they share the 4. I don't think that's going to be like our downfall. Yeah. And they've rolled the 7, so I'm just going to drop this thing already. The 4s and 10s haven't really come in. Like, a single 4 roll is almost the city. Oh, we miss out on it. That's a bummer. Yeah, let's go ahead and pop the dev. The Year of Plenty is nice. That'll probably just be this settle here, because again, I don't think the city should be too rare. Steals the 1 ore, which is kind of annoying. Oh, they're coming all the way up in here. Can they do it this turn? Especially with my sits blocked, man. I would have run up into here with that sits on the Year of Plenty. Yeah, that's annoying. The 7s just have not rolled a single time for me to get this thing off me. I'm just losing resources here. If I can get this settle on the 5-9-12, that also blots it though. Again, if I could just like roll a 7 or get a 3 or something over here. Come on, man. Give me a break. Wow, that's frustrating. Using this for 2 brick feels so bad. But like, if they have a knight and play it back on me and steal the sheep, and then I just never get this settle down, like, we've already lost a lot of tempo. And I'm gonna have to keep them off of this wood port here. Yeah, using it for the brick is something, you know, but it feels like my sits is probably just gonna be blocked this whole game, so. There's our city, finally, unless they thankfully do not have a monopoly, and it's actually a city dev. Road builder is pretty great. I'm just gonna throw this thing here. Thankfully, we can now, like, keep them off of the wood port. I really want to limit how much ore they can get, and the wood port is strong for them. But the 8-4-3 is such a good spot. It does make our road game worse. I don't know. I'm kind of in a dilemma there of where I should go. These sits blots have just killed my game. And he's up like 2 7s right now. I would really, really appreciate for these to even out a bit. It's brutal in the early game when you're just suffocated. Yeah, we already have ore, so the next city is just going here to buff up what little sheep we do have. And now that they've committed that road, I am in fact going to block them off of it. Again, the wood port doesn't do all that much for us, but it does a lot for them. And we're just gonna, oh man, be ore wheat sheep focused anyway. I really want to limit how much ore they can get this game, and this at least gives us a chance at, like, road by wrapping around here and then continuing the path. Alright, we've got the double cities going. Let's start popping knights. I'm tired of missing out on resources. At least if the 7 is going to roll again for them, it's right before we play the knight. They steal the wood, which is, again, just rough luck over here. Yeah, I want to delay their city, but if they're popping devs, that's not good for us. Thankfully, we get the wood back. And they have a 3rd knight. Yeah, I don't know. The 8-4-3, I really wanted it, but, like, look how long it's taking us to get another settle. We would have lost it anyway, and I think this wood port is a bit too strong for them. We just had so many early game resources down the drain, and they have stolen, like, 3 or 4 ore from us at this point. Rough going. But hopefully... Oh, can't block their sheep. There we go. Hopefully, now that we're on the ports and we've got the cities, the OWS machine will kick in. That's what we want. Nice. Able to buy 2, 3 devs off of that. Like, how are they outpacing us this hard? On devs, they're supposed to be the road game. What do I even hit here? Sure, why not? It's not staying on us anyway. I'm just gonna throw this thing down. We could port for, like, a single dev, but I'm tired of them stealing ore. And we have the 3-1. Let's just funnel production. Make these 11s pop. That's like 10 brick at least that I've been denied. Rolls the moment it's uncovered. Okay, we get a pop. That's great for us. But they're like not even far off from army. Whew, okay, lucky 3. I wanted to fight army. Why? These... Oh. Alright. Alright, this is... I don't think I misplayed this game. I think it's just been kind of rough. I mean, their road is messy, so we still have a chance, but at this point we've lost out on like so much brick that it's going to be hard to make a comeback on road. And I'll have to run in through here first and foremost before anything else. Alright, so no mono. I think I'm just going to do this and then wait for, like, any of our ore rolls to hit. The 7 out is good with the discard. We're able to play the knight. Hopefully he just steals a brick. A sheep would be the worst. Good. And I don't think they can pop, so we are now starting to catch up a bit. There we go. On army. Let's see this reversal. The wheat port is going to be putting in overtime. And the brick port will be no slouch. That's nice. Alright, so we're going to come up through here. Make a play at both army and road. Yeah, because their road situation is pretty cooked. We are getting, at this point, like, a game-changing amount of VPs, so could work out for us in the end, but he's at 12 and building pretty rapidly. Like, he's got... Well, he has an open settle, but he does need to city first. Ooh, critical 3. Okay. Let's start coming after army. We've got the mono in hand. Not able to pop with that. That's a bit unfortunate. But I wanted to be able to take army this turn with pacing if he popped a dev. He used one of those sheep. Let's hit the 5 now that he's got the brick port. Perfect steal. Okay, there's army on lock. And now if we can like steal some brick and take road, that'll be the 15. Does he spend the brick? Because I can wait a turn if he doesn't pop on the knight. Alternatively, we do just have 2 open settles for the win. Okay. He uses the brick. In that case, I'm just going to use the knight to secure army. Yeah, let's just hold this hand. Try and use the mono to either take road or the settles or city settle or whatever combination they're in. He's going to have trouble using the wood this turn. Okay. That's also quite a lot of wheat for which he has the port. I think we just steal that. We drop this. And we are super close to the settle. Close enough that I'm not going to pop here. I just want to get this settle down and win. Yep, that's it. Bit of a sweaty game. I don't know. I was like freaking out in the early game because it just felt like we were getting majorly sidelined and losing all our momentum. But it worked out. Nice. Whew, okay. I think we stayed pretty focused there. Into the 1900. Love to see that. didn't get too sidetracked. I often just build, sometimes unnecessarily. Like, I was looking at this 843, and while it's a really good expansion, what does it do exactly for our game? It's production for the 3-1, it's road building, but this keeps him off of any more ore. He only gets this. This is it the entire game. And we share it, so it's not even too bad. The wood port, I think, would have been disastrous to let him have. So yeah, I feel good about the decisions. Like, I used that road builder early on and then literally didn't even settle it until the final action of the game. It was just an open road that whole game, but I think it led to the victory. So, I don't know. I've been trying to look at the game a little differently, tighten up my plays. Definitely let me know what you thought. There were a lot of choices, both in placement and play. And while I do think that I play pretty well, I'd love to hear your opinions on them. Yeah, let's take a look at the stats for this one. Nothing crazy. Kind of a flat top over here with a little spike on the 8s. Those 12s provided him sheep when we were blocking the 9 on like multiple occasions, though. That was kind of frustrating. Blocked out of twice as many resources despite having army in the long run. Just a rough start to the game. And then, yeah, they rolled one additional 7 on us by the end of it. No 7 outs on our part, though, which is nice. I think the port helped alleviate that. All right. Huh. I like the looks of that. We need wood sheep on the way back. Pretty easy to get. The wheat's a smidge lacking. There's no like guarantee for brick otherwise, because sits 910 is a little awkward to work with. Guess you take 9, 10, 11 with it. I think I'd rather just take this. And this is the only road, so something like this plow isn't very likely. I think I like this better than pushing into here. I like the wood outs better with the sheep. Sits 4-3. Once again, you're kind of pigeonholed by the road building. I suppose it's not too bad. Up into here, more wood. But this is a lot to leave us on this side of the board if you go that route. Okay. With what, the 5, 9, 10? Build to the ore? Wow. I mean, I can make it real slow for them. Or even just keep them off the ore entirely. If I were to go something like 942, get the starter sheep, build down into here for more. We have the ore port with the sits and 8, multiple sources of wheat, backtrack onto the 3-1. Their road building is insane, but there's no way on the 9 and 5 do I lose this spot, or in hopefully this port. And the brick port's over here, which we should also be able to prevent them from settling. They have the wood port. The alternative, I don't like it as much up here. We could go just heavy OWS, this into that, but then I think they build down into here. I actually like this a little bit more. We're still going to be like OWS focused, but with some decent amount of road building. Yeah, I'm not going to let you get this, buddy. There we go. No 7s have rolled, and now that we've unlocked the 4 to its full potential, let's go. Yeah, I think it's just this every day. We share the 10, we're about to share the 5. Ooh! That is a lucky roll. The 10 does a lot for us on this double wheat, so I'm pretty happy to just block off their sheep there. This is still okay, especially when the 2 comes in. Thank you very much, and now it's the 8. And we're picking up good stuff. Let's run over here immediately. Get onto this powerful port. Double up the 3. Beautiful. And we're definitely staying on top of army here, is what I would say if we drew a knight. But there's one. No, never mind. That is not a knight. Double VP to start is worrying. That slows down our game tremendously depending on how these 7s play out, of which we're now behind. You know what? I'm going to use these 2 roads while we have them. I think this 3-to-1 is pretty important. Nice! That is exactly what was needed. I am going to go ahead. I think a settle goes such a long way here. They're going to roll a couple of 7s on us. If they steal the ore, it's not even that big of a deal. If they steal the wheat, it's not that big of a deal. And then once we have, like, coordinated 5s, yeah, I think it's a little too much to lose the sheep there. Once we have coordinated 5s, then we really start to get to move around. I'm willing to port the wheat, but not until I, like, know which one it's for. Either the wood or the brick. You know what? We can still 4-for-1 for the sheep. Ooh, and that makes our life easier. And in this instance, I do think we take that. We get the knight. Perfect. Our 7s are back to normal. And then we just wait for the 5 and 9. They do buy a dev there. And now we're reset. Same position as before. We can 4-for-1 the wheat for the sheep if need be. I like having the knight in hand. Perfect. Nice. They don't even steal the wheat there. Yeah, and I'm still just going to keep hitting this 10. I want them to work with 3 resources. I'm sure they're going to sneak their way onto this 8, but that's no biggie. Fantastic, and now we have the settle. And then these 8s are just a monster roll, so long as we can keep them unblocked. But even if we can't, as soon as we are able to drop the city here, which if the 8 rolls, I will do instead of the settle in this moment. Yeah, just so that now, once we get this settled down, both the 6 and 8 are a card. Whew! Beautiful. Didn't even have to worry about it. Yeah, let's just slap it on the mega producing thing over there. And now we just buy devs until we win the game. That's also nice. Yeah, the next opportunity I get, I'm probably gonna safeguard this thing over here, but I'm not gonna use my Year of Plenty for it. I think the Year of Plenty is almost exclusively for sheep. Nah, it's fine. We're good. Yeah. Open up a settle. Start to threaten road with the wraparound. Let's just drop another city. Do we have it? Yeah. Road settle for the win. Nice. Couple of stellar games there. Whew. The 9 was dipping out. Yeah, we kind of felt that a little bit. A tiny bit pressed for wood, but obviously the 10s jumping through the roof, and the 3s, oh my goodness, the 3s were an absolute savior there. Ha! Blocked the entire game. It definitely went our way. Yeah, just total army control. I mean, I think our starting position was quite good. Their lack of war caught up with them pretty fast. I mean, even with the wood port, the first city didn't even go on there. A little confusing, considering they had the 8 and weren't really hurting for the 10 of wheat here. Oh well, I will absolutely take the wins. I don't think there's a whole lot to discuss there. Kind of just played it tight and got to our ports quickly and had a lot of production and had a lucky 2 pop up. Again, the dice were very kind, so Alright, good game. Lots of fun. Thanks for watching, everyone. I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, morning, or evening, wherever you may be. Take care, and I'll catch you in the next one.